Hello, my name is Kareem Medine. I'm the acting director of the Department of Water and Sewer Utilities at the city of Newark, New Jersey. So actually what we're doing here today, we're replacing lead service lines. The city is replacing a little over 18,000 lead service lines in a 24 to 30 month period. When they first started building water and sewer infrastructures, for sewer they were using wood or clay pipe. And later on they started using lead service lines. They didn't have these heavy equipment machinery, so we dug holes with picks and shovels. Lead is very flexible, it's very bendable. So this is a lead service line. Durable, heavy, and they use lead, like I said, when they were digging trenches, right? Lead's very flexible, right? In the late 30s, mid 40s, lead started being scarce. They were having it in World War I, World War II. They started using that for bullets. They started using copper. Copper became a new thing to use, right? And the machinery was there for us to use copper. And we continue to use copper. In the late 60s, early 70s, they started looking at PVC, the little plastic pipe. They're using it more now. But older cities like New York City, Chicago, Detroit, most of the older cities on the East Coast, they use lead and they transitioned over to copper. Technology has improved. As technology improves, science has improved. So things that we thought were good for us 10 years ago, 5 years ago, 20 years ago, we're finding out they're not. In 1953, Newark banned the use of lead, right? If you built a new home, you had to use copper. If you made a repair on an old lead service that was leaking, you had to replace it with copper. In 1986, the federal government banned the use of lead and lead solder, the health effects of lead, to replace all the lead services in the entire United States. Today, that price is between $60 to $80 billion. So in 1991, they came up with corrosion control, ways that you could prevent lead from leaching into water, right? Raising the pH, putting in orthophosphate or sodium silicate that would create a prophylactic liner throughout the pipe that would prevent lead from leaching into water. 2017, after 25 years, the city had its first lead exceedance, which required the city to take numerous steps to find out what was going on. And also educate the public about, we're having a lead exceedance. In October of 2018, the US EPA and let us know that the corrosion inhibitor that we currently were using was failing. That liner was coming apart. So Newark at that time decided to give out 39,000 free water filters to its customers as an immediate relief to protect lead from leaching into the water. In April of 2018, we rolled out the lead service replacement program, and then a year later, started replacing lead service lines. We just want to get rid of lead service lines. We don't want to keep, having to put finding a chemical, right, 20 years from now that may fail again. Let's just get rid of the lines. This crew right here is responsible to replace 25 lead service lines per day. They come in, they make arrangements with the homeowner saying, you're going to be available tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. We're going to come in, do a pre-inspection the night before, letting the homeowner know at 7 in the morning today. They're going to start construction to replace the lead service line. It could be a full replacement, which would be from the water main to the house, or it could be a partial replacement, meaning they have copper coming from the meter to the curb, and they have lead coming from the curb to the city's water main. This crew is actually doing a partial in this hole right now. They're going to do from the street to the curb. Tying those two copper pipes with a little valve. In this house, they're doing a full replacement. They're using the bullet, trenchless technology. Trenchless technology allows us not to make an open cut. When we're doing a trench from the building all the way to the street into the city's water main. So we use these little moles or bullets, they call them, that penetrates underneath the ground, right? To make a hole to either pull a pipe or push a pipe through. So the bullet works by compressed air. It's a compressor, air hose, and the air pressure is just forcing it to come through like it's a mold, and it just penetrates through the soil. It's just going through. So we can reach into the city's water main. So now we've created a hole where we're gonna push the copper pipe through, right? And they bring it through. And also you seen earlier, they hook up a little cable wire onto the copper pipe, and we pull that cable, and as we pull that cable, it just brings the copper pipe through the hole. After the plumber comes and make the connection at the meter, right, and he ties that in, we flush it out for about 30 minutes. We come back out, we compact these holes. It's a temporary patch that we do in the street. After this whole block after all the lead service lines are replaced on this whole block, the city's gonna come probably in the spring and mill and pave this whole block. We're gonna put new asphalt down. About a little over 2,200 have been removed throughout the city.
And how many are there total?
About a little over 18,000. We're also employing local residents on these projects. We put money back in the community as we do these replacements too. We work in extreme weather conditions. When it's raining, we're working. When it's snowing, we're working. When it's 100 degrees, we're working. When it's below 10 degrees, we're working. Everybody needs water every day.